us first, please. She was on Late Friday on NBC. She's from San Francisco. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Becky Pedigo.
My goodness, Stephanie, let her hear it, you guys. Very funny. Stephanie makes me wish you had actually put a little effort into mine. I have a lot of that. But I am happy to be here, though, at Mixed Nuts. I don't always work places that are this nice. I know. I just did a show at a country and western bar. And this is true. I've been on stage like a minute and a half when I heard, "Never come here again." And I thought, oh my God, did I just say that out loud? I live in San Francisco. Stephanie mentioned that. That's not an easy place. It's very politically correct there, and I just always say the wrong thing, and I drive the wrong car. I have an Explorer, and my little hippie friend Robert told me that apparently my car, the Explorer, rates the land. That's what he told me when I was giving him a ride. From Salt Lake City back to San Francisco. So I said, well, I could just let you out here and you could hitchhike and then we'll see what gets raked. Little crunchy boy with your pretty hair, get out. I have to say, I don't understand the hippie logic. You know that, yeah, I don't have a car because I care about the environment. However, I would really like it if you would schlep me everywhere in yours. Yeah, and I would just like to say, I don't mind giving someone a lift, but I had a little talk with Mother Earth, and we think it might be nice if occasionally you would take your hemp wallet out of your man purse. Pitch in a little dough for gas. American money only, please. No beads or incense. I'm sure that works as currency there in Moochville, but unfortunately not here in the land of $1.91 a gallon. It's amazing in that city, too, what is considered unacceptable and what's okay. Like SUV, bad. And yet, there's a freedom of speech attorney in San Francisco that's defending a website that features virtual child pornography. Now, don't get ahead of me, that's not the funny part. How much money do you owe MasterCard that could justify taking that case? And I saw this guy who was on the news being interviewed, and he was quoting the First Amendment, of course, because that's what people do when they have nothing valid to say. They just quote things and then they hope we're too stupid to know what they're talking about. I guess he's right. He sure did memorize a lot of stuff. Yeah, and in case you're a little rusty on your American history, the First Amendment states that even unpopular expression is protected from government suspension or censorship. Now, people, I'm not a lawyer, but I am a co-headliner, and I would hope that kiddie porn might be considered a little bit more than just unpopular. And I'm fairly certain that our founding fathers did not put that in the Constitution to protect some old creepy guy with his hand down his drawers. Now, I knew when I wrote this that I was going to lose a percentage of my pedophile audience. But I don't care. They are not loyal. They're not. Once a joke gets old, they move on. And believe it or not, people, some people don't really care much for the kiddie porn chunk. They don't really like that. They don't, they think it's a little too harsh. Man, it's supposed to be. You think comedy needs to be a little rough. It's like drinking. Anybody can order a strawberry daiquiri. It's pretty and sweet, but in the long run, what's the point? Comedy's like tequila. Yeah, at first you're like, ugh, what the fuck was that? 2 seconds later, oh, right on, I get it. Anyway, so I'm Miss Becky, which It's Becky. I think that's a pretty easy name. Nobody ever gets that right for some reason. I can look right at someone and go, "Hi, I'm Becky. How you doing, Betty?" No, it's Becky. I'm sorry, Debbie. Oh, you're funny, Shecky. And then it just goes on and on. And that isn't even a joke. It's just annoying. And hopefully it will set something up later. We'll see. I just got back from a USO tour, went overseas and did shows for the military, and thank you very much. It was way before the war. It was when I felt safe and just wanted to go to the Mediterranean. Now I'm like, oh, I can't go, I got mixed nuts. Sorry. They rented the tables and stuff, and there's like, but yeah, I had never been out of the country. I went to the Mediterranean. It was my first time to ever go anywhere. And I don't know about you guys, but I've always tried to be a good American citizen. So I have made it a point to not learn any other language but English. And yes, that comes in very handy, by the way. I went to Greece. Oh my God, that is the hardest language on the planet. Yeah, you can't even kind of figure out what those people are talking about. They're just triangles, little squiggly lines. Oh, I just thought there were lots of frat houses. I'm like, ooh, let's go in there and cute boys. That's when a lady with a broom chasing me. Go! You go away now, stinky whore. Triangle. She was really mad. So she was trying to get me. I went to Italy too, and if you've never been there, this is very important to know. Those are the pushiest people you'll ever meet in your whole life. Physically pushy, they will knock you down. Yeah, let me tell you this. Walking in Rome is like boarding a flight on Southwest. Now, if you have money and you don't fly Southwest, here's what happens, rich people. They do not give you seat assignments, right? So everybody rushes onto the plane because they want to sit in the back because they think that's where it's the safest. Yeah, you know where I sit? Right up front. Because if the plane goes down, I just want it over. Oh yeah, not going to be stuck on a frozen mountaintop chewing on some ass. My mom got really scared too when I went to Italy. She actually called me and said this to me. She goes, "Now, Betty, you listen to me." She said, "You don't go anywhere by yourself." Because, all right, I'm running out of time to stop laughing. But I appreciate it. She said, "When you go to that country, you don't go anywhere by yourself because in Italy, kidnapping is the second gross national product." I said, "Really? What's the first?" She said, "Olives." All right. Here's another little safety tip my mother gave me. She said, "Now, Peggy, you know when you're driving in the car and you stop at a truck stop." She said, "Don't pull out $100 bill where everybody can see it." All right, in the first place, you guys, it's been about 4.5 years since I've had $100. And so if I get it, I'm not going to the Flying J. She really said that. She goes, "Don't pull that money out. That's how nice gringo girls end up missing." Yes, and she whispered gringo. Because apparently she didn't want to offend anybody but me. I guess if you whisper, only white people hear it. Yes, and then you're safe from all the other races. And you can continue to control the land. Now, I am very surprised that you laughed. People never laugh at the last part of that joke. You know why? They're not sure who we're making fun of. They're not, but it's my white mother, Shaka Connie. So. My mom's name is Connie, and we call her Shaka Connie, and she laughs, but she doesn't know why. I love my mother dearly, but she's very annoying. Here's another thing that annoys me. I'm very tired of hearing the word diva. Anybody else? Yeah. You only got to use that if you're a drag queen. Now everybody wants to be called diva. Even on VH1, they have the divas in concert, which actually they have to say diva because even though it's cable, you still can't say cunt. All right, I'm sure Mariah Carey's very nice. All right, that's it for me. You guys have been very, very nice. Thank you.
Child molestation shock. That's beautiful.
beautiful. Oh,